Hello, spooky potato. Halloween is rapidly approaching, and I know on this channel it's been like Halloween for the last 2 months, looking at all the Haunted Mansion stuff that's come out this year, but Halloween itself is actually coming. It's less than 2 weeks away right now, and a couple of years ago, I did a series of videos moving up on Halloween. I found a Halloween Advent calendar put out by Funko as part of the Pocket Pop line. They did the 13-day spooky countdown. If you haven't seen that and you're interested in it, there's a playlist on the channel that has all 13 spooky days in it. And what it was 13 days of Pocket Pops, Funko Pops, but smaller, like, say, these two, the Grady twins. Yep, from The Shining, all nice and bloody. They want to play with you forever and ever and ever and ever. But they can't because they belong on my shelf. And yeah, it was 13 days of that. They were the last day. And there have been others. They've been around these last couple years. Like, I think you see Jack Torrance there behind Jack Frost, not Frost, Jack Frost. We have Lydia and Audrey too down there on the shelf. They've been around, but I found it to be fun and enjoyable, and I was admittedly a little disappointed that in the intervening years they had not done another one. They had re-released the 13-day spooky countdown a couple of times. I think it's available again this year, but they hadn't released a new one until this year, and I was a little back and forth on getting it because while it's a license I like, it's not one I like that much. But ultimately decided I wanted to do a Halloween Advent kind of countdown video series this year, and this was the one to do because it was the one they made, because I wasn't going to do the spooky one again. So I got this. Just came out at the end of September. The Pocket Pop Disney's Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas 13-day countdown calendar. We're not going to call it all of that. It is the 13-day Halloween countdown. That's what we're going to call this. Now, another reason I was kind of reluctant to get these is they're not just Nightmare Before Christmas, but they are that kind of that day glow, blacklight reactive, glow-in-the-dark thing that Funko has been doing a lot of lately, especially with The Nightmare Before Christmas. And I'm not super into that, but I thought I wanted to do this series of videos. This was my option. So normally when I do these things, I have my little blacklight torch that I use. It doesn't cast a lot of light. It's usually fine for just illuminating a pin or something small, but I thought, these are going to be small. I mean, Pocket Pops aren't very big, but I'm going to need more than this little torch if I want to do these justice. So we're adding in for this video a nice blacklight feature. There we go. You can't see it too super well right now because, of course, the rest of the lights are on, but as we open each item, we will bust out the blacklight here so that we can see these little vinyl goodies in all of their glowy glory. Now, there's risks involved in this. Not the risk of fire that one might assume because it's a room full of paper things and more electricity being run through it. No, it's that unfortunately pranky spirits have infested one of my lights that I use in here. And there's a chance that when I turn it off to look at the blacklight, it may not come back on again. So that is a risk we will be taking for these next almost 2 weeks worth of videos. So fingers crossed, eh? But let's start with day one, which means getting it out of the plastic. This should theoretically be the longest video in the series, except for maybe the last one, where I will probably give like a rundown of my favorite and least favorite pops and why. So let's cut this open and see what all we have in here. I mean, I'm guessing it's going to be very much like that picture there, but I'm thinking there's a sleeve around it, because I want to say for the spooky countdown there was a sleeve that protected the doors. And I feel like that's going to be the same situation here. And I feel like I'm right, because when we slide off the slipcover, we see Jack and Sally. And let's break them up by opening the doors. Here we go. 13 days of mystery minis. Not mystery minis, mystery pocket pops to look forward to. And when you look at that, the back of the real box is exactly the same as the back of the slipcover. So they've not displayed on the box everybody that's in here, and unlike with the 13-day spooky countdown, where there was a list of all the licenses on it, so I knew we were gonna have The Nun and Annabelle, and I knew, I had a good idea going in who was gonna be in there. This time, I'm sure. I still have a rough idea of who's gonna be in there, but it's much less definite than it was. Like, I'm sure we're gonna have Lock, Shock, and Barrel. Obviously, we'll have Jack and Sally, and Oogie Boogie, and the Mayor. I'm guessing Finkelstein will be in there. The clown with the tearaway face, maybe. I don't know. I don't know who the 13 are going to be. So that will be interesting as well. But yeah, I just pushed in door 3. We'll pretend I didn't do that. We won't look at it. I promise I won't peek. If you won't peek either. And we'll wait till day 3. They're all in order. 13 there will be. I'm going to predict now, day 1, I'm going to predict 13 will be Oogie Boogie. That's my prediction. That, or maybe because it was the Grady twins on the spooky countdown where you got 2 pops, or rather 2 of the exact same pocket pop on that day as something a little special. But I think that door was a little bigger than this. So I'm gonna guess it's either Oogie Boogie, or perhaps it'll be like the bathtub to put Lock, Shock, and Barrel in. But I'm guessing Oogie Boogie. If I'm gonna make a prediction for today, for day number 1, I'm gonna guess today will be Jack, because who else would you start us out with? Well, maybe 13 will be Santa Claus. That'd be a little weird in a Halloween countdown, because this is a 13-day, which to me at least means this is not meant to be a Christmas countdown. I'm sure there will actually be a Nightmare Advent with 24 days in it. That will definitely have Santa Claus in it. But they do a lot of those, like, 13 days of socks Advents, which they have for Halloween now too. They have, I think I saw Nightmare Before Christmas, 13 days of socks calendar as well for Halloween, which no, because it's 13 day, at least if it's Christmas, no, because it's 13 day, and no, because it's socks. I thought in my whole life, it's been a joke that nobody wants socks for Christmas. Now we're intentionally giving ourselves socks in large quantities to count down to Christmas? No, this is an example of how the world is in total disarray. All right, but we're like 9 minutes into this already, and these should only be like 5-minute videos at most. So let's me stop talking and let's me start opening doors, or a door. Today's one day we open 1 door. Door number 1 seems a good place to start for the 13th day out. And of course, being a blind bag thing, we can't just have there be a figure in there. No, we have to have it in packaging so we can have maximum waste at the end of all this. Gotta have bags inside of boxes instead of bags. But I feel like I'm right, because I think I can see them through the plastic there. And yep, today is a very, very, very yellow Jack Skellington. Doesn't want to stand up. I feel like that's going to be a running theme for these next 2 weeks, that these things are not going to want to stand up. I feel like that was a problem with the other ones as well, the spooky ones. But we have giant pop heads and little tiny Jack Skellington feet. But the sculpt is nice enough. We have a little defect of piece of pepper stuck to his head or something there. Nice sculpt, nice design, but how? Oh, you are just not going to stand up. This is going to be a long 2 weeks. All right, let's bust out the blacklight, which means also see if we're going to potentially just kill the lights for the rest of this video. Lights off. Blacklight on. Yeah, there we go. Now we've got it. Maybe should just shoot these all entirely in the blacklight, except for if I bring them up here, you can't see them. I can't bring them close to the camera because I'm out of the light. The light's like right down below the camera. But yeah, he's nice and glowy, isn't he? That works super well. Except for I can't bring it too close to the camera. Oh well. I mean, if I bring it too close, it gets all blurred out anyways. Now, of course, they aren't actually glow in the dark. As you can see, if I move him away from the light, he doesn't... I mean, it's not dark enough in here for me to really prove that for sure, but... Yeah, no, he doesn't. He does not actually glow in the dark. It's just blacklight reactive, but it is nicely blacklight reactive. I think that looks pretty sweet. It's so it looks glowy on the camera. But that's it. That's day one. Day one is you rest, Jack. You've had a long day. Day one is Jack Skellington. Come back tomorrow for day two, and I'm guessing probably Sally. Anyway, I hope you found this all interesting and entertaining. If you did, give it a like, subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching, and come back tomorrow for day two. I'll see you then.